What is good, YouTube, and welcome back to a brand new video. Today we're back doing another Bleacher Report rebuild, guys. We did a Klay Thompson one, like, I don't know when it was a while back, but you guys seem to like that one where we did a Bleacher Report trade and did a rebuild over it. So that's what we're doing today, but this one involves Blake Griffin to the Miami Heat, which I actually like this for both sides, Detroit side and Miami Heat side of things. We'll get into the trade. Once we get into the article, I'll show you guys what it looks like, and then we're gonna, of course, do a rebuild over it and hopefully revive Blake Griffin's career here in Miami, because obviously, as we all know, in Detroit, it's not working out so well right now, and we're not sure who's going to be willing to take on Blake Griffin, but maybe the Miami Heat take a swing at it and they get Blake Griffin and it works out in their favor. That's kind of the scenario we're going to play out today for the Miami Heat. So if you guys enjoyed this one, make sure to leave a like, subscribe if you haven't already. I'll show you guys the article, then of course we'll do the rebuild over it. So let's get into it. Quick, before we actually jump to the rebuild, I just want to show you guys what it is. So desperate trades for NBA's biggest buyers and sellers. Like I said, this is a series where we're actually like I hope that doesn't it's showing NBA in the corner, but hopefully that doesn't temper me too much. But so like what we're looking at is basically like Celtics add depth, Thunder gain assets, but the one I want to look at in particular is the Heat bet on Blake's bounce back, Pistons clean the book. So the trade is Miami Heat receive Blake Griffin and Wayne Ellington, and the Pistons receive Iguodala, Kelly Myers-Leonard, and a 2022 second round pick. So honestly, I think I like this trade, and I put it into 2K, and basically what we're going to bank on is Blake Griffin's revival of his career, because obviously right now it's kind of dead in Detroit. And one thing I do want to actually look at this one as well, if you guys want to see me do a rebuild over this article, blockbuster NBA trades that would blow up the 2021 trade deadline. I haven't read the article just yet, but I feel like I probably would find some in there that we could do a rebuild over. But other than that, with all that being said, let's actually do the rebuild over Blake Griffin on the Miami Heat. And here's the actual transaction. So Iguodala, Kelly Myers-Leonard, and a second round pick and a swap worse Denver or whatever that is. And then you got the Pistons obviously trading Blake Griffin, Wayne Ellington, and Rodney McGruder. Rodney McGruder wasn't actually in the trade in Bleacher Report, but I had to throw him in there to make the players match, because you guys know you can't trade like if a team needs if a team already has 15 players, you have to do something about that. You know what I mean in 2K. So that is the trade. And then one thing I did do, Blake Griffin was a 79 overall on this game. One thing I did do is I did put Blake Griffin back to like an 84 overall, just to be fair, because basically what I want to do this rebuild over is Blake Griffin revives his career, so I don't want to bring him in here. He's a 79 overall and he's averaging 10 points per game. There's no point of that. So I want Blake Griffin to absolutely help the Miami Heat. I want him to do something over here like he was doing in Detroit a couple of seasons ago, so before he got hurt, of course. So shot tendency is an 80. I like that. So 85, so we will definitely be cool with that. Jimmy Butler shot tendency is down quite a bit, and Precious shot tendency is a little crazy. He always progresses like insanely in this game, so I'm gonna take his shot tendency down to be more realistic here, and then I'm gonna move Jimmy Butler's to like an 80 89, because I want Jimmy Butler taking some shots, of course, as well. So with that move, we have Goran Dragic, Tyler Herro, Jimmy Butler, Blake Griffin, and Bam Adebayo. So this could be very interesting to watch, to see what happens. Wayne Ellington, of course, is a nice shooter coming over here as well, so that's more shooting for Miami. Kendrick Nunn, Duncan Robinson, and Avery Bradley is no longer in the rotation, I guess. But you know what? I'm cool with that. We're going to go ahead and just kind of see how the rest of the season goes. We're 23-15 right now with Blake Griffin joining us. Hopefully he can help us out, man. Like I said, if Miami could kind of reap the benefits of a healthy Blake Griffin kind of reviving his career, that would be a lot of fun for Miami to watch him, see what he can do, because we all know his career is kind of down spiraled ever since he was traded from the Clippers. So hopefully we can make something happen this season, and we'll have to watch and wait and see what happens. Now, making the playoffs as the 5th seed in the Eastern Conference, LeBron James go on to win MVP, LaMelo Rookie of the Year, Cousins is your 6th man on the Rockets, which is awkward because we all know the Rockets have released DeMarcus Cousins today officially, I believe. John Morant Most Improved, and Stephen Nash Coach of the Year, and AC Vincent Executive of the Year at 49 and 33. Okay, interesting. I got Luka, James Harden, LeBron, Giannis, Jokic, NBA second team Trey, Dame, AD, KD, and Joel Embiid, and then Russ, Steph, Jimmy, Kawhi, Towns. Okay, so now what I want to look at is we are the 5th seed in the East, 49 and 33. So I guess maybe we were that executive of the year, which was kind of weird to think about. We have 23 from Jimmy Butler and a very, very productive 19 points per game from Blake Griffin. So I'm not expecting Blake Griffin to be the guy he used to be, but if he could kind of just, revive himself a little bit, it'd be a lot of fun to see what he can do here in Miami. Bam Adebayo with 16 and 12, Tyler Herro with 14 and a half, and Precious with 13. Regardless of what I do, I guess the man just still goes off or whatever. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna simulate this first round against the Boston Celtics, which is a team that's struggling in their own right in real life, so maybe we find a way to beat this team. Simulating game 1, they do win game 1. We even it up though. Looking at the box score, we had 20 from Jimmy Butler, 20 from Kendrick Nunn, 15, 7, and 9 from Blake Griffin. Simulating game 3, they're up 2-1. What about game 4? We even it up. So this is a back and forth series, which is cool. 19 and 10 from Blake Griffin. Do we take the 3-2 lead here? We do. And do we beat them in 6? No, we're going to a game 7. So game 7 in Boston. This is going to be a tough fight, but we'll see what happens. So maybe we find a way to squeeze it out. We do drop 42 points in the first quarter, but Boston is okay. So with 7 points, with a 7-point lead with a minute 8 left, you'd think we'd win here, and we do. 117 to 110. Bam Adebayo went insane with 36 and 15. We got Blake Griffin dropping 13, 4, and 8. So Blake Griffin being a little bit of a playmaker out there. Maybe I boosted his playmaking tendency up a little too much, or his stat. But I was just trying to make him a better player in 2K because, like I said, he was a 79 overall. And for this scenario, I wanted Blake Griffin to kind of revive his career in Miami in this rebuild. So Kyrie, James Harden, Joe Harris, KD, DeAndre Jordan. We all know what we're dealing with. They also have Dinwiddie. So I don't know if we beat this team. This is going to be really tough. Submitting game 1, we do jump up 1-0, so that's a really good start. 32-11 from KD, 23, 20, 16, 18. Submitting game 2, they win it, and game 3, we're up 2-1. We're up 3-1, and we beat the Nets here. No, game 7. Go to another game 7 in Brooklyn. So we just won a game 7 on the road against Boston. But we were just up 3-1, so blowing a 3-1 lead here would be a little tragic, and we are not going to do that. We are going all the way to the Eastern Conference Finals. Blake Griffin with 23, 5, and 6, and now we're playing the Milwaukee Bucks. Okay, so we have won 2 game 7s on the road. So this is similar to, I feel like that underdog Miami Heat team we saw in the bubble, but now we're like at actual home arena, so it's a lot of fun to see. So Blake, Jimmy Butler, Tyler Herro, Goran Dragic, and we got Drew, DiVincenzo, Middleton, Giannis, and Brook Lopez, and Bobby Portis. So game 1, they're up 1-0. We beat this team last year in the bubble, so maybe we can do this again. They're up 2-0 though. We do win game 3. Do we win game 4? No, down 3-1. So you know what? We might be able to come back here. The fact that we've made it all the way to the Eastern Conference Finals and knocked off the Nets and the Celtics, I'm very happy with, though, regardless of what happens here. And we do win. Okay, so 21. Okay, we barely won. 22, 105 to 104. So we could maybe force a game 7 here, and then things would get very, very interesting if we could do something like that. So let's see, Milwaukee, we got 42 points in the first quarter. Come on, man. Give me that dub. Give me that dub. We're going to overtime, and they barely beat us, man. Wow, we could have literally forced a game 7. That's so heartbreaking. But looking at it, what happened? Dragic meetup jump shot missed. Could have won. Who hit the game winner, though? Who hit the game winner? Bam Adebayo dunk. Middleton jump shot made. Okay, so Chris Middleton and DiVincenzo made the game winner, 127 to 126, and Dragic didn't have any time, it looks, or he had like 7 seconds left, but he missed. Okay, that's super unfortunate. Now we got the Suns, who absolutely obliterated my Blazers last night, and we got the Milwaukee Bucks winning in 6 over the Phoenix Suns. Okay, and Giannis would be very, very happy, and the Bucks fan base. Okay, now we got a huge offseason. We did have a really good team. We almost made it to the NBA Finals, so I feel like a few upgrades here and there. We'll be in good shape. So going to league meetings, checked all these. For the draft lottery, I don't think we even have our pick this year. I believe it goes to some other team, if I'm not mistaken. Yes, it goes to the Brooklyn Nets. Okay, so we don't have our pick. And then staff signing, I'm going to keep Eric Spoelstra, obviously. I would probably get murdered in the comment section if I even dared fire him. Miami fans would freaking kill me. Let's go to the NBA draft. And not that I would fire him. Not that I would. I'm just saying. Okay, so we have no pick here whatsoever. So there's nothing I really want to change here, I think. So I'm just going to go straight over to player options and see what we got going on here. So Blake Griffin actually declines his player option, which is a little unfortunate. I don't know why he would leave 38 million on the table unless if he's about to ask for like 40 million, which was just kind of weird to think about. Goran Dragic with $19 million. I'm gonna accept Avery Bradley's team option with 5 mil. I think he'd probably be a nice rotational piece if we lose somebody. So Blake Griffin not re-signing is a little weird. I thought he definitely would. But let's see what he's asking for in free agency. So he wants 37 million. So he's asking for more. It's just kind of annoying, and I just don't think that would happen in real life. I just don't think Blake Griffin would get that much money. So if I'm going to keep this, 100. I'm going to tell you, I'm going to offer Blake Griffin the amount of money that he wants, but he's not going to get this. I think Blake Griffin maybe ballpark. If he has a bounce back season with Miami, maybe I feel like he would accept that team option. Like that player option 1000%. Let's just get that out of the way. For sure he would accept that. And then you got like a scenario where I don't know, man. Do we have really any options? I mean, we could maybe sign a point guard if we don't sign Blake Griffin right away. What is he looking like? He's got 1 offer. So I don't think anybody's going to give him that. So we could sign a point guard out here if we play our cards right. Goran Dragic, I love him and all. But if we could maybe get like a Kyle Lowry to come here, that would be very, very fun. I feel like Miami getting Kyle Lowry Yeah, you know what? I kind of like the idea of that. I'm gonna sign Kyle Lowry to a 2-year deal. See maybe if he wants to accept that. Kyle Lowry actually accepts another offer. I'm gonna decline Blake Griffin's option for now. Kyle Lowry decides to go back to Toronto. Respect for that. Okay, so let me see what point guards I can still afford. So Drew Holiday would be a lot of fun as well. Conley, so Kyle Lowry is not an option. Drew Holiday for 2 years from Milwaukee would be so much fun. Dinwiddie I would even take for 2 years if we want to do something like that. Okay, so we can get Drew Holiday, but we have to renounce. We do have to renounce Blake Griffin. So I don't think we can do that actually. Unless if I did Dinwiddie instead. Can I keep Blake Griffin? No, I cannot. Okay, so Blake Griffin's... I don't want to renounce his rights and not be able to re-sign him, so I'm going to have to decline. I'm going to have to make sure I get Blake Griffin back, and I don't want to renounce anyone, so I thought we were going to be able to get a point guard, but it looks like I can't flex that right now. So let me go make sure I get Blake Griffin back. So I'm going to give him this contract, and we do get Blake Griffin back. Okay, so point guards, we can still get Goran Dragic, which, you know, is not bad, but I don't know if I really want him to be our starting point guard anymore. But like I said, Blake Griffin's contract, this is not what it's going to look like in real life. So I'm about to edit the crap out of this because this is not something he's going to get. So I'll say, for instance, let's say in real life he does accept his team option, or player option was like 37 million. And then I feel like maybe around ballpark 18 to 25 million. Maybe that's being too generous, but I feel like he would get something like that as an extension. I feel like, I mean, I think he's worth like a little bit, like something like this. Tell me if I'm mistaken. I feel like this is definitely fair. Something like this I think would be fine for Blake Griffin. I don't think he's getting a $30 million contract from anyone, bro. So let's say he accepts a player option and then we decide to extend him and give him, like, you know, 3-year 18 million or whatever it might be. So something like that I feel like is fair. So we'll go with that. And then now looking at it, we have Tyler Hero, Avery Bradley, Jimmy Butler, Blake Griffin, Precious. So we really need a point guard. We don't have one right now. And we also need Duncan Robinson and Kendrick Nunn back. So that could be our point guard technically. But what I think I want to do is I kind of want to sign Goran Dragic because we don't really have another option. So Goran, okay, we're going to match Kendrick Nunn because that's a nice rotational piece for us. So I'm going to sign Goran Dragic. And then what I think I'm going to do, I'm going to throw Goran Dragic in the trade finders. As much as I love him, he's 35 years old though. I just don't know how far he's going to get us. Tyrese Halliburton would be a W, but I'm trying to be somewhat realistic in this video, so I don't know why, you know, Sacramento would do that. So what I think I want to do is I'm going to try to make a 3-team deal to land me a point guard better than Goran Dragic. I don't know if I'm going to be able to do it. Let's see if I can make something happen. From the Indiana Pacers, I got Malcolm Brogdon. So I might have given up a little bit too much. We got Brogdon for Dragic and Precious, essentially. We also gave up KZ Okapala. But we got a point guard that I feel like is going to make us a little bit more legitimate. I'm sorry if I just traded Precious. I know he can be a beast in this game. But, I mean, I feel like I've had him in enough rebuilds that we can kind of get away with it in this video. So, yeah, I like it. So, we got Doug McDermott free agency as well. It's going to be a nice year off the bench. Jimmy Butler, Duncan Robinson still here, of course. Kendrick Nunn, Malcolm Brogdon. So, I feel like we got more of a legitimate point guard. Not to say that Goran Dragic isn't a good point guard, but he is 35 years old in this game. So, that's not going to do us any favors, obviously. So, we kind of needed a younger one. And we got Malcolm Brogdon. So, I'm really, really happy with that. And I think we can maybe make something happen here. So, the only other thing that I saw is we didn't really have anyone backing up as far as the center is concerned. I don't know if there's going to be a center for us. Maybe Chris Silva is going to have to be that backup center because we just traded, you know, Precious away. So, Brogdon, I'm very happy to have you here. And I'm going to throw this last one at Tyler Hero, I guess. And then we're going to see what we can kind of make happen here. So, let's see. So, our rotation looking like this. Malcolm Brogdon, Tyler Hero, Jimmy Butler, Blake Griffin, Bam, Doug McDermott, Kendrick Nunn, Duncan Robinson, and Chris Silva. So, Chris Silva, I don't hate as a backup center, but maybe I could just do this, honestly. Let's move Doug McDermott back to small forward, and we'll move Chris Silva to power forward, and maybe we just do that. Maybe we just do something like this, and that looks a little bit better. So, you know what? I'm going to roll with that. Proficiency is 4 at grit and grind. So, with Malcolm Brogdon joining us, I feel like we're definitely more of a threat in the East here. So, we almost made it to the NBA Finals with Malcolm Brogdon joining us. I feel like we could definitely get over that hump here. So, let's see if we can make it happen in Season 2. And that goes to James Harden. So, very interesting to see that Harden wins MVP with 2 other freaking amazing All-NBA players around him. Giannis Defensive Player, Wiseman Most Improved, Nash Coach of the Year. So, we ended up as the 4th seed in the East. So, we are still in the mix of things, but I don't know if we're about to be like any serious contenders. Hopefully we are. I really hope we are. Playing Boston again, who we beat last year when we were the lower seed, the 5th seed. But 20.5 from Blake Griffin led the way. So You love to see that for sure. You do love to see that with 39% from the three. You had 20 points from Jimmy Butler, 20 from Brogdon, and 16 from Malcolm Brogdon, 14 from Tyler Hero. I feel like we have a lot of scoring threats though, so I don't really hate that no one like had 25 points per game. I feel like there's a lot of threats here in Miami here that we could definitely, you know, somebody's gonna have, maybe Jimmy Butler's off on one night and then Tyler Hero has like a 30-point night or something like that. I feel like we have that kind of team, or Bam has a 30-point night or whatever it may be. I think we are definitely scary to play. So got the Celtics here again, like I said, who we did beat last year, and their front court doesn't look like it's upgraded too much as far as the power forward and center is concerned. We all know Tatum's a beast. They did sign Cousins though, which is interesting. Tristan Thompson, Peyton Pritchard, but still winning game one. They're up 1-0, so that's not a good start to things. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna fix the rotation, see if that fixed anything. Game two goes to us, so that's a good start, or good turnaround. We're down 2-1 though. We even it up. So can we go 3-2 here? We do, and beat them in 6. No, game 7. All right, so a game 7 again with the Boston Celtics, which is something we just can't seem to get away from. I feel like we're going to game 7s like crazy in this freaking video, and it's scary, and we do beat them 115 to 126. Jimmy Butler showed up with 35 and 8. You love to see that. And now we're playing Brooklyn Nets, who have the MVP of the league, and I assume Kevin Durant and Kyrie still there as well. So not very fun, but we did beat this team last year for what it's worth, so I don't really know what to expect here. Like, you really look at this team on paper and there's no way you're beating these guys, but at the same time, we just beat them last year. So in game 1, they're up 1-0 though this time. They're up 2-0. They're up 3-0. Yep, this is more the Brooklyn Nets team you'd expect to see. Like, they just absolutely obliterate you. But for some reason, we did knock this team off last year. So let's see if we can at least win one on this team. And no, we can't. 123 to 102 is just too much offense. Brooklyn is just too crazy. And now we got Brooklyn and Philly, Phoenix and Utah. So we're going to give it that one more college try, man. We're going to try to do this one more time. Kyrie and KD are both free agents, I think, this year. So maybe one of them leaves and we can kind of go from there. That's kind of what we have to bank on. So draft lottery, we have literally nothing going on here. So not going to worry about that. Staff signing, I'm going to keep the staff the same. I guess if I'm going to do anything, I'm going to just hire better assistants, I guess. And so we'll sign Mike D'Antoni, and then we'll sign Trent Peterson, I guess. So that's one thing I will do. Then we'll go to player options because we don't have a draft pick. So with player options, we have Jimmy Butler declining, not a good sign. And Tyler Hero, we're accepting, of course. Chris Silva, Duncan Robinson are both guys I would love to have back. And then free agency, Jimmy Butler, of course, somebody I want back. So I'm going to give him whatever he wants. And then I'm going to give Duncan Robinson whatever he wants as well. So sign those two guys. And we'll get both of them back. And then honestly, we might be able to just get... I'll probably just wait for Chris Silva to come back. I'll give him a contract right now. Whatever. So we'll sign Chris Silva. And now looking at it with... Do we have our full roster still? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8... Okay, so we don't... Okay, wait. Whoa. Who did we lose? Who did we lose? We lost Doug and made Thunder Buckets. That's right. Okay, so I still need... Bojan Bogdanovic, or Bogdan only wants $4 million at a 79 overall, so say less, and I will be moving him over to the 3, and he's an 80 overall. So that is going to be our full offseason for the second offseason, and we're just kind of banking. We're just going to kind of bank on the Nets getting worse. I don't know why Bam Adebayo is going down overall. That makes no sense. 2K needs to fix shit like that, or stuff. Sorry, I'd never do that. But let's go see what the Nets lost. Did they lose anything? Kevin Durant, Kyrie Irving, DeAndre Jordan. So they did lose James Harden, so that's good, if nothing else. So we're gonna go into season number 3 straight into it, and hopefully this time maybe we make it all the way to the NBA Finals. If not, it is what it is. On a regular season, we went 55 and 27, but we're still only the 3rd seed in the Eastern Conference. So looking at it, okay, so we had 19 for Blake Griffin, 19 and a half, 18, 17. Tyler Hero stepped it up. So, I mean, I still think we're that threat, and Brooklyn doesn't make the playoffs this time around. So, we're playing Philadelphia, which is usually a team that's tough to beat here. I don't know, man. Somebody turn around against Philadelphia 76ers. They're up 3-1, so that is not a good sign whatsoever. Wow, okay. So, let's go to Simcast. We're down 3-1. I fixed rotation, and... You know what? It's not good to be down 3-1, so hopefully we can maybe make this comeback. We'll see. And no, we're going to get eliminated in 5 games, 126 to 125. But Blake Griffin had 28, and he averaged 30 in the playoffs in that series, I guess you can say. So, yeah, we're not getting any younger here either. So, we tried. We gave it our old college try, and Minnesota goes on to win the championship. So, Blake Griffin to Miami. What does everybody think? Do you guys like that trade? I personally think it could be worth it for Miami because they have a lot of salary that they could get rid of that wouldn't even bother them too much, like Kelly Olynyk, Iguodala. I don't think they'll extending or accepting Iguodala's team option anyway. So maybe you take a chance with Blake Griffin, see what comes out of it. But other than that, guys, thank you for watching. Leave a like if you enjoyed it. This is Crushables. I'm saying peace.